Hi everyone, my name is Jenny Garrett and welcome to Coach Connect. I'm here to guide you to make the most of your experience with you and your coach. I've had the opportunity to help individuals like yourselves navigate their careers in Canada and show how to make those meaningful connections that will have lasting impact on their careers. We want you to realize your goals and help move in the direction of where you want to go. So, to help you with your journey, during this session, we will learn how to have that right mindset during the program and also share with you the tools and provide you the structure of how the coaching program works. I hope you're ready. Well, let's get started.
We're going to take a moment for introspection to remind us why you are participating in this program. You may want to jot down a few notes. Let's look at some of your needs. Since arriving to Canada, maybe you have immediately found a job, or now you're looking for something else. Maybe you've been seeking a job and after 3 months, there's nothing. You might be in a career transition, or life hasn't turned out as planned. Take a moment and think about some other needs that may have brought you to this coaching program. What have you done so far? Have you applied for jobs through the internet? Maybe you've attended some networking events. Have you reached out to some of your contacts? What else have you done towards meeting your current needs? How are you feeling about your current needs and where are you at? Are you feeling disappointed, excited, hopeful? Having a self-awareness of how you are feeling is an important starting point to engaging the coaching process.
So we've gone through a few different questions. So if you'd like to pause for a moment and take some time to maybe jot some initial thoughts to the questions that we went through, you can do that now. So moving on, let's take a look at the benefits that can be realized through the coaching program.
We will now introduce you to 7 benefits that you can experience if you participate with honesty, focus, and action. One of the most important benefits of coaching is networking. As you can see from the definition, networking allows you to interact with other people to exchange information and develop contacts, especially to further one's career. Investing your time and energy in meeting people and building relationships is an important skill. Coaching also gives you an opportunity to test your assumptions. It allows you to get feedback, learn, and pivot if needed. When you have no clear path, you may feel like you have little direction, guidance, and opportunity. It's not uncommon that we have been out of the workforce for an extended period of time, or we're a mature adult recalibrating yourself to fit into the marketplace. You might feel lost and not even sure where to take your skills and experience and interests next. It's actually through the coaching program where you will begin to discover new possibilities and identify a new hope of how you can navigate and identify these opportunities. Coaching also allows you to practice your communication, which is critical for any form of success in your business or personal life. We can look at practicing your active listening, ability to clarify your expectations, and also giving feedback. Everything depends on trust, which is the fifth benefit. You can begin to see the benefits that trust can bring through the engagement with your coach. The coaching relationship that will be developed with your coach will provide you an opportunity for you to learn and discover about yourself and your career opportunities. If you ask for a job, you will get advice. And if you ask for advice, you will eventually get a job. Learning to develop a meaningful engagement will bear fruits from that effort more than just approaching someone to ask for a job or if they know if anyone is hiring. It's through the coaching program you will begin to learn how to build that meaningful engagement and a skill you will need to navigate through the rest of your career. The seventh benefit of coaching is about having community and engagement with your coach, which can help you reduce your learning curve. So let's take a look here. Anyone who has been successful in any area hasn't just had a stroke of luck. Their success was likely a combination of trial and error, perseverance, and learned skills. The learning curve can be steep, but one of the best ways to shortcut the learning curve is to find like-minded coaches.
So we just took some time to review the benefits that coaching can bring. So now we're going to look at what is coaching.
Coaching in 30 words. So a coaching program is a relationship between an individual and a coach that has clear objectives and defined goals focused on developing the individual's potential, enhancing performance, and improving relationships. Coaching and mentoring have been used interchangeably to mean the same thing. Although they may share similar spaces, there are differences. So a coach helps you focus on performance and skill development. A mentor helps you focus on longer-term issues, things like work-life balance and big picture career development. Both coach and mentor will often do some of the other roles. Let's take a look at some of these. These also can include being a role model, providing relevant information about industries and domains, helping you connect to other individuals, and encourage assignments and career paths that will help the individual's growth and development. If we take a moment to review this coaching continuum, at the top, it reads pull, which is when you are helping someone solve their own problems. On the pull side of the continuum, we look at how one will encourage one to listen to understand, asking questions, paraphrasing, and summarizing, which are the behaviors of a coach. Versus if we look at push on the lower left side of the continuum, this is where you might be solving someone's problems for them. And some of the behaviors might be focusing on offering guidance, giving advice, and telling, for example. And during this coaching engagement, we will be focusing on the pull.
So we just talked about what is coaching. And now we're going to take a look at the elements that make a good coaching program.
Here is a list of the 7 elements for coaching. We have search, the first meeting, establishing the relationship, introspection and our purpose, network and trust, opportunities, review, and renew. These elements do not go in any particular order or build on each other. Let's dive deeper into each one of these. So search. We want to look for someone to partner with as your coach. It's not always easy, but someone who matches your values and personality type is valuable. As you begin this process, you will begin to see there are potential coaches all around you once you start looking for them. A coach's value will depend on the type of coaching relationship you're seeking. It's important to be clear what you are looking for. We have listed some questions here to help you gain some clarity. You can ask yourself, what are your specific objectives? What goals will that mean? What are you focused on developing? Are you improving or realizing a potential that is already in you? What are you improving? What relationships are you creating? So these are some of the questions you can take a look at later on and try to answer for yourself, which will help build a clarity for yourself as you go out and search for your coach. So there are many types of coaching partnerships. There are peer-to-peer, cross-generational, and coaching within a company. Understanding your goals will help you understand what is the best coaching partnership for you. We want you to be aware there are different types that you can seek for yourself during this program and even throughout your career. We want you to look for key personality characteristics of a person to see if they are coach ready. Let's take a look at a few of these characteristics. The first one could be interest. You want to read a person's verbal and nonverbal communication to assess their interest in you when you're talking with someone. Notice who is doing most of the talking when you are engaged in a conversation. If the other person is asking you questions about you, that could be a first sign that they are driving the conversation and they are interested in you. Empathy. Well, empathy is an important quality in a coach. A definition of empathy is the capacity to understand or feel what another person is experiencing from within their frame of reference. Maybe the person you're talking to can relate to your story or aspirations. So the person might say to you, I remember going through a similar situation, or I felt the same thing. These are statements in your conversation you might hear when someone has some form of empathy. Some other qualities of an engaging coach include believing in others, displaying patience and tolerance, and also giving encouragement. So the next element is during the first meeting. This part is really about connecting and sharing a common understanding between you and your coach. This is also an opportunity for both the coach and coachee to have an opportunity to share. This part is really about people over processes. You really don't want to jump into the doing aspect of the coaching process at this point. Some questions you might want to ask yourself are, does your values match? Do your personalities click? Does the conversation flow? These are the types of questions you might want to ask as you're engaging this person during that first meeting. So whatever is actually transpiring, go with your gut when making a decision. If it doesn't feel right, it's probably not a good match. No matter what the outcome of the meeting, that person extended a favor to you by considering you. If you don't click, be courteous, promptly communicate your decision, and thank them for their time. Remember, coachee, be brave. If you approach a coach and they say no, that is fine. You had nothing before the meeting. So once you've decided on a coach, part of establishing the relationship is about understanding how you will communicate. You may decide you would like to communicate online every other week and by email in between those online sessions. When establishing the relationship, these are some of the skills you will be using. You'll be able to gain clarity, understand what motivates you. You'll be able to identify your goals, as well as use active listening. Introspection. This is a very important skill and part of the process of coaching. So taking time for introspection is essential for both coachee and coachee alike. So grab a coffee for 20 minutes, step back and have a big picture perspective on your life. Find a regular moment to think about where you are and where you want to be. During an introspection, issues will arise, but taking a moment and writing about it may provide you clarity. Some skills that you may grow through the introspection process will be, assessing your motives, reviewing your goals, listening to yourself and trusting, providing that validation that you are on the right track, and also providing feedback. Do I have to make any changes? Do I have to pivot or change at any point? So the purpose is really just about determining the why. The first step to any working relationship is really to have a clear purpose statement. It covers why you are here and what you want. From this statement, you will build your goals and determine what is the highest value opportunity. Successful coaching starts with a statement. So what do you hope to achieve with your partnership with your coach? You want to articulate your objective in a simple statement you can readily call upon. It's always valuable to keep a journal of your experience, as it helps you keep you focused on your purpose. Purpose and trust, they go hand in hand. A coach will encourage the coachee to tell the truth about where they are in their journey and where they actually want to go. The coachee has comments and questions to offer. Don't let the engagement be one-sided. Stimulate your thinking. A simple question can make a positive impact in either life. Everybody makes mistakes. It's how a person responds to those mistakes that makes a person trustworthy or not. You'll be using a number of tools and techniques throughout the coaching program, from the inception of your meeting with your coach to the planning and how you will achieve your goals. So when you get to the point of turning your purpose into your goals, using the SMART goals technique can help you clearly turn your purpose into goals and actionable deliverables. So these are some of the skills you may grow together with your coach as you develop your goals. You'll definitely be getting clarity. You'll be really looking at what motivates you. Why do you want to obtain and work towards that goal? You'll be accountable and be asked to structure out your goal. You'll have an opportunity to even brainstorm some ideas of what you want, what are your needs. And you'll also have that clear action plan to hold yourself accountable. You'll also get some feedback, and there might be some opportunity for some role plays. Networking is another important element of coaching. Cultivating productive relationships is a major key to your success. As coach and coachee, you may want to introduce one another to your networks. Think of people who might be relevant connection to the other. Be respectful of the networks of others. Never use or abuse the connections made for you. Be gracious and respectful to all involved. Cultivating and nurture networks. Nurture and cultivate the important relationships within your network. Your coaching relationship will bring you new perspectives and ideas. Opportunities is actually another element. The leadership skills you will actually learn as a coachee will often make you more valuable to your work and to your employer. Opportunity is what you think of it and the hustle that you put into it. Review and renew, such an important part of the process. Vision, action, and goals and reflection tell you where you want to be and let you know when you have arrived. Review and renew helps you do a few different things. Firstly, it helps you know how to pivot and refine your goals or even change them. And we encourage you that it's okay to change them at a certain point. The second part of the benefit of review and renew is it allows you to acknowledge and recognize, which helps us stay motivated during this process of working towards our goals. We all need to stay motivated. Third, it also allows you to know if you're on target and highlights your commitment to your goals that you actually set in the beginning of the process. And it's very important. Without commitment, you're really not going to be achieving your goals. So looking beyond this coaching engagement, some coaching relationships continue for years, while others take place over a finite period. Talk about what's right for your relationship. A coach for one phase of your life may not be the person you need at another point.
So we just took a look at the 7 elements of a coaching program. As well, we also looked at what is coaching. If you want to take a moment now to pause and review the material, or if you have some questions about what was spoken of so far during this session, take a moment now and write your questions down. So now we will take a look at some action steps and also some tips that you can take away for some of your next steps.
What's next? So we want you to understand the job or career you want. We want you to have healthy, realistic expectations. We want you to develop a coaching mindset and coaching habits, and also find a coach. So let's take a look at a few of these. So we want you to begin to understand the job or career you want. We want you to search LinkedIn for people who have the job you want. This is a really great exercise for you to do. by actually having you view their experiences that led them to this job that you also want. You want to read and track the experience in paths of 20 people on LinkedIn, and you'll start to see the similarities and consistencies of what people did leading up to getting that job. Healthy, realistic expectations. As we discussed, keep your expectations realistic and healthy. Developing a coaching mindset and habits, very important. Some examples of a coaching mindset can include you being goal-oriented. An effective coachee places high values on setting and accomplishing goals. They also seek challenges. Coachees are typically not satisfied with their status quo and are vocal about wanting and accepting new challenges. You also may take initiative. So coachees do not wait for others to notice them or their abilities, but they're willing to take initiative and initiate actual positive learning activities. Also, you might be showing an eagerness to learn. Effective coachees are curious about what they don't know and they're able to ask for assistance or resources when faced with uncertain circumstances. Finding a coach. You may want to attend some industry events, observe industry practitioners and professionals. You also want to ask advice of others. You also want to know, before asking for a relationship, you really need to know someone before you ask someone to be a coach for you. You can also search online, meetup.com, Twitter, linkedin.com to get you started. But most important, it's about connecting and growing your community.
Congratulations on using this program. We will encourage you to come back and review this material and even renew your focus at any point in time throughout your coaching journey. So we wish you all the best, and we look forward to seeing you soon.